Hello, this is Mona from Your Yoga with Mona, and in today's video we're going to be focusing on a Vinyasa flow heart opening sequence, beginner friendly. We'll be focusing on opening our chest, bringing attention to our heart chakra, and bringing balance to our energy flow throughout our body. Don't forget to subscribe to Yogaveler's channel and to like this video to stay up to date with my series. All you need is a mat, and if you have a pillow or cushion, that will come in handy towards the end. Okay, let's get started. Stand at the top of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Knees soft, shoulders back and down, pelvis tucked under, core engaged, gaze forward. Bring your attention to your chest, to your heartbeat. Deepen your inhales and your exhales. Feel the chest expand. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. On the next inhale, bring the arms above the head, interlace the fingers, palms to the sky. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to center. Release the fingers and interlace them behind your back, pushing your chest to the sky as you exhale. Placing the hands on your lower back and doing the same, projecting from the chest. Inhale, arms come above the head, taking hold of your elbows behind your head here, and take those side bends to the right and to the left. Interlace the fingers behind your head, take your chin to your chest as you exhale, and as you bring your gaze upwards, part the mouth, relaxing the jaw. Inhale, taking the left arm over, forward, curving the spine, and the same with the right arm, over to the side, forward, curving the spine, rolling up. Inhale, arms come above the head, hands to heart center, continue rolling down into forward fold. Release any tension in the back of the legs, in your neck, shoulders back, shake where you need to, bend where you need to. Take a moment just to release all that tension. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly roll back up, vertebrae by vertebrae, then inhale to chair. A nice long line between your fingertips and your tailbone. Bring hands to heart center, left elbow to right knee, and then open the arms. Inhale back to center, and repeat on the other side. Right elbow to left knee, and then open the arms, creating the spinal twist. Back to center. And as you inhale to chair, take your weight forward onto your toes. Find your balance here. Engage your core, and then release the heels back down. Hands can come down to the mat, and we'll just take some bends in the knees, stretching our hamstrings, then rolling back up. Inhale, take your arms above your head, slight back bend, exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Placing the hands down, step back to high plank, lower yourself down, either knees, chest, chin, or fully through plank, and to upward facing dog. Pushing hips to the sky, tucking the toes under to downward facing dog. You can walk through your calves here for a moment, and then walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand tall, hands come up, hands to heart center. Inhale, take that back bend as we repeat Sun Salutation A. Forward fold, halfway lift, exhale. Keeping your core engaged as you lower through plank. Pushing the hips to the sky to downward facing dog. Walk those feet in. Stretch those hamstrings. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale. Inhale, stand tall. Tadasana, hands to heart center. And we repeat this again. Find your breath. Inhale. Take the back bend, hands together. Exhale, swan dive forward. Lengthen the spine on your halfway lift. Really push through the palms of your hands. Engage your core as you come through chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Tucking the toes under, pushing those hips to the sky. Feeling the stretch here. And then walking your feet slowly towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to Tadasana, hands to heart center. Stay here for a breath. Inhale to chair, find your strength. Hands come down to the mat, straighten the legs. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pushing through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra, tucking the toes under. Hips come to the sky. We take the left leg this time. Place that left foot in between the hands. Lower the right knee. Inhale, arms come above the head. Project from the chest. And then place the hands back down on the mat as we move through this sequence. We take our flow. End up in downward facing dog, and we repeat on the other side. Bringing that right foot between our hands. Left knee down. Inhale, arms come above. Chest comes high. And then return the foot, downward facing dog. We take a chaturanga flow. And then slowly walk our feet towards our hands. Find your breath. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale to chair to finish. And come back to Tadasana. And we will repeat this twice more. Finding your balance, connecting breath with movement. Really engaging your core here in high plank. Pushing through your palms, elbows in. Taking the left leg, placing the foot in between your hands, finding your balance. You have the option here to keep the right knee off the floor this time into warrior one. Joining the foot back with the other, downward facing dog, chaturanga, cobra or upward facing dog. Repeat on the other leg. Take that right foot in between the hands, knee off the floor at the back. Finding your balance, deepen the hip stretch. Downward facing dog, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog, and walk the feet slowly towards the hands. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale forward fold. Inhale to chair, find that strength. Stand Tadasana. Inhale as we take a breath here. Then inhale to chair, and repeat this one last time. Stretching the hamstrings, lengthening the spine. Engage the core. Elbows in, push through. Inhale, upward facing dog, tuck under to downward facing dog. Taking the left leg and open the hip this time, knees bent and taking that foot heavy. Before placing the foot in between the hands, we're going to bend at the elbows here as we do a high release. Stay here for an extra breath and then placing the hands back down. We'll take a chaturanga flow. Projecting from the chest, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Taking the right foot to the sky, let it open the hip and hang heavy behind you before you place the right foot in between the hands. Find your balance, hip square, knee over ankle. Bend the elbows, project from the chest. Return the foot to downward facing dog. Articulate over, lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Walk your feet slowly towards your hand from down dog as you hang over. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale. Inhale to chair, find your strength, core engaged, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Inhale once more, find your breath. Deep inhale, deep exhale. We'll take another flow. Inhale, arms come above the head, swan dive forward, placing the hands on the mat, stepping out to high plank. Lower through chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Take an extra moment here to project through the chest. Tuck the toes under, hips to the sky. Take the left leg through, placing the foot between the hands, lower the right knee, finding your balance. I'm going to inhale, arms come up above the head, and we'll stay here for a long breath. Placing both hands down, bring that knee off the floor, and then open the left arm. Gaze up. You'll feel a nice stretch in your glutes. Taking that hand down the back of your thigh, and you take your right arm to the back left diagonal. Transition through Warrior 2 to come back down to extended triangle. Your hand can be on a block here on your ankle, or you have the option to put your elbow to your knee for extra support. Windmill back down. Take the foot back, downward facing dog. Take a chaturanga flow here. An extra breath in upward facing dog or cobra, projecting from the chest. From down dog, take the right foot this time, placing it in between the hands. Lower the knee, find your balance, then inhale, arms come up above. Pushing the chest forward, hips down. Placing the hands on the mat, take the right arm this time, opening, gaze up, spinal twist, stretching the glutes. Back knee off the floor. Take that right hand down the back of your leg, left arm comes up, and you're aiming for the back right diagonal. Transition through Warrior 2 to come back down into extended triangle pose. A nice long line from your left ankle to your left arm. Windmill back down, join the foot with the other, down dog. Articulate over, chaturanga flow, upward facing dog or cobra. We'll push back onto your heels now. Find child's pose. Knees closed or open, arms forward, arms back. Comfortable pose for a breath. Then come to tabletop. I'm going to exhale, push through our shoulder blades into cat, and then inhale to cow. Push through the shoulder blades, head down, and inhale, belly button towards the mat, gaze up. Repeat this motion a few more times, and then we'll take the right arm to the sky, opening our chest, and then thread the needle, stretching that arm through the gap between our knees and our left hand. Inhale, open, exhale, thread it through for 2 breaths. And last time, opening that chest and then closing it back down to the mat. Return to all fours. As we exhale, we'll take cat, inhale to cow, and we'll repeat this 2 more times. Before repeating on the other side, opening that chest, threading it through, really stretching on the exhales. Inhale, take the arm up, gaze up, and then take the arm through the gap, head to the mat. Make sure your hand is underneath your shoulder. Back to tabletop. Sitting back on your heels for a breath in child's pose, and then coming back to down dog. Walk your hands forwards towards your hands. Hang here, and then slowly roll up, stacking your spine tall, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, arms come together. Sink your hips down to garland pose. Hands together, elbows pushing out the knees. Open your arms, chest to the left, and if you can, hold your hands behind your back. Return to center. Inhale, open your arms towards the right, and if you can, hold your hands behind your back here. Slowly roll back, onto your mat, grabbing your ankles or your big toes, pushing your knees out of your elbows, and enjoy some side rocking in Happy Baby. Bring your knees together, hug them into your chest, and with that momentum, roll yourself up. And then come to the center of your mat in half garland pose. So you're sitting on a hill, and then the other foot is placed, pushing the left knee out with your left elbow, hands in to heart center. Placing your right hand down, extend the left leg, reach over for a nice lateral side stretch. Then, if you're feeling up to it, take that leg horizontal to the floor, arm vertical to the floor. Return back to half garland pose and switch legs, finding that balance, finding that center, and we'll stretch on the other side, making sure your shoulder comes over your wrist. Really stretch from the fingertips to the toes, then engage the muscles to half moon pose variation on our knee. Returning back to garland pose. Bring the other foot up to join in full garland pose and enjoy this hip opening stretch. Push your hips to the sky, turning your heels out, toes pointing forward, and then turn your feet back out, knees out, plie into goddess pose. Hands come up, torso is strong, and you can show your torso to the left and to the right. Take your hands behind your head, deepen the plie, and take the elbows to the knee, engaging the core. Interlace the fingers behind your back, pointing your feet forward, straighten the knees, forward fold in wide-legged stance. Inhale, turn out the feet and knees, goddess pose, and then walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms come above the head, hands to heart center, and squat down to garland pose. Slowly roll back again onto your mat, grabbing your big toes or your ankles and enjoying some rocking motion in Happy Baby. Knees together, knees to chest, and use that rocking motion to massage the lower of your back. Placing the feet flat on the floor, pushing the hips up to the sky. We take bridge pose here. You can either hold it or you can do some repetitions as I'm doing today, holding for about 2 breaths. Engaging the glutes and the back of the legs. Knees to chest, rock yourself back up, come to the center of your mat, sit in a cross-leg pose, Siddhasana, easy pose, lotus, whatever is comfortable for you. And we'll just take some side stretches like we did at the beginning of the sequence. So inhale, arms come above the head, interlace the fingers, and take a side stretch to the left and to the right. Exhale as you bend. Interlace the fingers behind your back, chest comes forward, gaze up, and taking your arms bent behind your head, hands to elbows or shoulder blades, and side bending. Hands behind your head, chin to chest, and then taking your gaze up, relaxing the jaw. We'll take some spinal twists. Inhale, sit tall, exhale, twist. Using the placement of your hands to help deepen the stretch as you exhale. Inhale, bring the left arm over, right forearm down, curve the spine forward and roll back up. Again on the other side, taking it over sideways, curving forward and rolling back up through center. Inhale, take that left arm over, right forearm down. Deepen the stretch here as you exhale, placing both forearms down, forehead to knee. Place both forearms in the center before rolling back up. Inhale, we'll do the same on the other side. Make sure both sitting bones remain in contact with the mat as you bend over Forehead to knee. Exhale as you relax in this stretch, taking both arms in front of you. Find your breath and relax as you exhale. Slowly rolling back up. Take a moment, find your breath. Release any tension you may still have in your neck or your shoulders. Bring your attention to your heart, your heartbeat. Notice the difference from how it was feeling at the beginning of practice. Deepen your inhales and your exhales. And if you have that pillow or cushion to hand, now's a good time to grab it. As we finish our sequence in Shavasana, with the pillow placed underneath our back, anywhere from underneath the shoulder blades to behind the ribs. Find a position that's comfortable. You may not be using a pillow, and that's fine. Just laying on your back and bringing focus to your chest. You can place your hands back on your heart and focus on its heartbeat, or you can place them out towards the side. You may need to adjust where the pillow is a few times, or you may want to get rid of it completely. Totally up to you for your last few moments here in Shavasana. Once you're comfortable, I want you to focus on inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 4 counts. Can you hear your heartbeat? Focus on sending your breath to your chest. Feel the movement of your chest expanding. The sound of your breath, the sound of your heartbeat. Notice all the contacts that you have with the floor. And I invite you to stay here for as long as you need, or you can slowly come back now to sitting. And I thank you for joining me in this practice today in our heart-opening Vinyasa flow. Namaste. Have a good day.